Hello? There's no intro because I couldn't get it to work and I didn't want to spend ages doing it. So, hi everybody. Let me wait for the live stream to catch up. So many congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's too many comments for me to go through, but thank you all so much. There's too many to go through. So, I figured I'd do St. Lucifer. Hello. Nice to see you. Auntie Lucy will become actually Auntie Lucy. Oh, hold on. Look at that. Look at it. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just get this out of the way. 1 second. Do you miss Auntie Lucy? Hey, Rose, do you miss Auntie Lucy? What about you, Days? Do you miss Auntie Lucy? Do you miss Auntie Lucy? That's the same. Do you miss Auntie Lucy? Yeah. Hopefully, assuming that everything's gonna keep going well, of course. Um, so we have Samantha, Bocana, Emily Carter, a very noisy Rosie. That tiny elephant saying, Lucifer, I'm missing too. Tell them I love them. Hey, Rose, Lucy says she loves you. She loves you, yes. Oh, you get a happy stretch. Oh, it's finished. Sorry, I didn't get it in time. You got a happy stretch, though. But come here. Do you want to come and say hi? Come here. Do you want to come for cuddle? Come here. Come here. Come here for cuddle. Rosie, Daisy, be nice, please. There we go. We have a Rosa joining us. Hey, do you want to say hi to the people? Look, it's there. Look. It's not that big. So yeah, uh, thank you all very, very much. There's too many people in the chat for me to say hi to. So yeah, basically, I'm pregnant, which it's not unplanned. I guess I'll start from that point because people will say like it's too soon. We haven't been together for that long, which is true. Um, but first of all, it was it's not unplanned as such. We talked about it. We stopped using contraceptive. But the thinking behind it was is that basically I am 38. I know quite a few. We know quite a few people that struggle. I've known people throughout my life that have had difficulties conceiving. Obviously, it's not that long ago that I was in a preparation and I was on steroids. I was taking Primobolan, I was taking Anavar, I was taking Anavar, and I was taking estrogen blockers as well. I was taking Arimidex. So that's not that long ago that I was basically 10% body fat and super lean. So I figured that, and with my age and everything else from what people say, I've never been pregnant in my whole life. This is my first time being pregnant. I figured it's maybe going to take 6 months, a year, maybe longer. Just the reality of what it's like to conceive these days. So it happened for us on the second month, basically. So this is why it's soon, but we didn't think it would happen this quick because it is kind of unusual. But I guess I don't know. I guess it's just meant to be. I'm pretty good with taking care of my health, despite what people like to say. I do genuinely take my health very seriously. This is why I don't take performance enhancers all the time. This is why I stay on top of making sure that my fertility and all of that is good. I've taken all of that very serious. I eat for the most part a pretty healthy diet. Obviously, like now it's harder. I can't wait to see the little belly. Yeah, it's gonna take some time, I think. Yes, it's still, but yeah, it's I'm just really fertility queen. But it's funny, it's funny, but I'm genuinely surprised. Like I'm not saying that to like as a flex or anything. I genuinely thought it was gonna take 6 months to a year. I was mentally prepared for it to take that long, but at the same, I know Rosie. Do you mind, please? Violet is playing with the tail. Look, she's playing with the tail from Rosie. Excuse me, can you not play with your sister still, please? Um, yeah, I just genuinely didn't think it would be. We didn't think it would happen that soon. We wanted it. We wanted for it to happen. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't think. Hey, you're being annoying now. Go to bed. Hup, go now. Now. Do not make me say it again. Go. Good girl. So no, that's it. That's it. Good girl. So yeah, Florentina Lucas and Siptic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. It's always something I want to know. You've wanted. What happens with this baby is wanted. Yeah, exactly. And more news. Congrats with the pregnancy. Thank you so much. It didn't happen before. It wasn't the right person. Yeah, I mean, like, I think, well, to be honest, the only person I actually ever tried to have a child with was my ex that I came to Bulgaria with. That's the only person. I've not tried to have children with any other people because the situation just wasn't at all right to even consider having children. I've always wanted children, but that doesn't mean I've wanted children with them. But I've always made it clear that, like, that's something that I want eventually. But at the same time, like, I haven't actively tried. This is part of the reason why I've always done the preparations, because when I'm in prep, I know that I'm infertile. So that was like partially a conscious choice that, like, it just cannot happen. Even though you use contraceptives and stuff like that, you just it's a risk, right? Regardless, like you can be safe, and then still things can happen. So let's have a look. Are you still going to work out? Yes, I still train. Oh, Lisa Taylor Lever said the super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Do I still work out? Yes, I still work out. I don't. This is part of the reason why I stopped with powerlifting, because you can train when you're pregnant. I'll be honest, I don't have the energy to train a lot anyway, which you shouldn't do regardless. Training a lot when you're pregnant is dangerous, but you can work out. So what I do now when I'm training is that I do anywhere maybe like 4 or 5 exercises. I don't make well, I don't. I aim to not get out of breath. I do a lot of time on the tension, time on the tempo, and I make sure I do everything from 8 to 12 repetitions, 8 to 15 no, 10 to 15 repetitions. Sorry. So I stay in the higher rep ranges with really controlled form. I don't do jumping. I don't do laying down exercises. I don't brace. I don't use my belt. I don't use my straps. And this is why I haven't filmed any of my workouts, because it's kind of boring. Like, it's not very. I'm going to the gym because I want to stay active. I want to stay fit. I want to keep walking my dogs and all of that, but I'm training like 4 times a week. I have a lot of sickness. I have a lot of bad nausea. The nausea is not a lot of bad nausea. I have a lot of nausea. I actually haven't thrown up that much, luckily. It started off with evening sickness, then it's just kind of like all day nausea. That's how it is. But the worst for me is like I have headaches, really, really bad headaches. Like some of it is like even right now I have a headache. It's maybe like a 4, which is manageable, but sometimes it goes up to an 8, like almost migraine like. And it's just every day I have a headache. That's the standard. Like a headache is there. And I have really bad food aversions, not really cravings. The only thing I crave sometimes is like sour candy, but that makes sense because I'm nauseous. I was reading up about it. But I have really strong food aversions. Like, for example, eat some chicken. I had this the other day, I was eating chicken. I was going to eat it the next day. I was taking a bite. I'm like, I can't eat this anymore. So eating food is kind of hard. I mean, like, I'm not starving myself. I'm eating. I can eat cottage cheese, fruits, bread, cheese, eggs. Like, I could eat like pretty much whole foods for the most part, and that's fine. It's just that, like, I'll eat something one day, and the next day is just like, oh, I can't even stomach the thought of it. So yeah, um, headaches need to be monitored. I'm going to. I've seen my doctor. Like, we have a doctor, and he says everything's fine. So we had a checkup yesterday. I'm 8.5 weeks, which I know is a little bit early to announce, but he did all the checks to see if there's any chances of miscarriage. And like, unless I do something drastic, like exercise wise, or do something like extreme, that's going to shock the body. Internally, like the setup of like where the baby is and the heartbeats and everything, it looks fine. He looked for something yesterday. He looked for the, what's it called? He looked for the I can't think of the word now. I can't think of the word, like what the baby that it comes out after you've had a baby. Like, that's not there yet, but he will look for something else. And he said if this detaches, there's like a higher risk of miscarriage. And he said there's nothing. Like, everything's literally how it should be. There's a good heartbeat. Everything's perfect. Everything's moving fine. The only thing we need to do is like the testing to see if there's like any, not to be horrible, but if there's any genetic abnormalities, I suppose. But I'm also not too worried about that because it's not something that runs in our family. Like, the only thing that could maybe happen, like anything can happen, of course, but we don't have like certain genetic abnormalities. Is like, I suppose, the best way to say it without like, and it's not to be mean or anything, but it's just like it's like normal is normal, right? Um, the only thing that like that could happen is like we have some asthma in our family, but that's it. Like, we don't have otherwise problems with pregnancies, problems with birthing issues and stuff like that. So, but then I'm aware of the fact that I'm older, so we are going to do obviously all of these tests. So yeah, But otherwise, when the doctor is like everything's perfect, like everything's healthy, nothing is looking like there could be any risks of miscarriages, and I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that doesn't happen. Like this is why I'm cutting back on my coffee. I'm obviously eating as healthy as possible, and I'm trying to eat what I can, which is kind of like not a lot, but not a lot in terms of food choices. I get my calories in. I'm not severely under eating or anything like that. It's just like I just find it hard to eat certain things, which I don't eat them because there's really severe food aversions, which is how we are. I'm 38. I turned 38 a couple of weeks ago. I actually found out I was pregnant a few days before my birthday, to be honest. So yeah, uh, be careful of expected and IPT results false positive can happen. So if it happens, it happens. Yeah, I know. The doctor said that there's like some basic tests we can do, and then it's only we need to do further testing if something comes back as like a risk. But our doctor is really good. He's not telling us to like he's not super extreme and like he's kind of like if you want to like get your nails done, you can don't do that. If you want to dye your hair, you can, which I don't. But he's sensible. He's like, yeah, some things do them, some things don't. For example, with the cat, because my boyfriend was worried about that, and he's like, well, as long as the cat has the vaccinations and stuff like that, you don't really have to worry about toxoplasmy. But obviously, my boyfriend cleans out the litter box. That's it. We do that, but he's like, well, if it's an indoor cat and she gets all the stuff like, you don't really have to worry about stuff like that. I mean, it can happen, like anything can happen, but he's not like, not like that fear mongery. He was like, people used to work in the fields and in the mines and do all that kind of stuff and have healthy babies. So, how far am I along? I'm 8.5 weeks. So yeah, like I said, I found out literally before my birthday. I haven't drank since, obviously. I had, except for I had on my birthday one my birthday dinner. I had one glass of prosecco, but otherwise I haven't drank anything. I'm just being sensible. I'm resting a lot more than I do normally. I'm sleeping a lot. I'm taking my time to take it easy. I'm not training hard or like a maniac at all. I'm training very light, light for me, I should say. Like I said, train with time and attention. Um, yeah, I mean, like obviously, it's something that I've wanted, and I don't think I could forgive myself if I get like if I have a miscarriage because of my own doing, because I want to like do something stupid like deadlift 150 kilos or something. I mean, like I couldn't forgive myself for that, like that's irresponsible at the end of the day. So yeah, talking of which, about the food aversions, this is one of the things that's going to change. So I was hyping up doing a cookbook, which I was really going to do. I had the recipes like prepared and everything. I can't do that right now. Partially, I don't want to put that stress on me, on myself. And on top of that, like I just really can't cook food. I can't eat. Like I struggle cooking a lot of food, even if I'm not going to eat it, because my food aversions are that strong. So I'll try and maybe do it in my second trimester, because I think that a lot of people tell me that that's like the Goldilocks zone where things are fine, you feel pretty good until you hit your third trimester. But for now, it's not something I want to do because I don't want to stress myself out, because I know that stress is like also a terrible thing for when you're pregnant and it can lead to miscarriages. And on top of that, I just can't cook a lot of things. It's just as simple as that. Like I can't conceive the idea of like cooking a steak right now. And I love steak, which is ironic. Like I love steak, but the standard I cook a steak, no, I just can't do it right now. So there's a lot of things I wanted to show techniques and explain things, and I just can't do that right now. So I'll try and do it for the second trimester, assuming everything goes well. So that's something that's going to obviously be postponed. Um, do you have a cold cap for your headaches? I don't know what that is actually. I don't know what that is. I don't, because I don't even know what that is. But let me Google it actually. Hold on 1 second. I'll keep it in my Google, not Google Maps, and then I will see if there's cold cap. I'll see if there's something that is there. Now, obviously, I don't take anything for my headaches either. I know that the thing that I was cleared to take was paracetamol. Paracetamol doesn't work for me. It's literally pretty much pointless. I tried to take paracetamol, didn't do anything. So it's just like I just don't take anything. Obviously, I don't take any medication. This is why also with my tooth, I still have a hole in my tooth. My doctor did say that technically, if you've had anesthesia before and you don't have problems with it, you could do it, but I'm still gonna wait until my second trimester probably to get it filled in, because I need a root canal. I need an actual root canal, so this is not something I can do without anesthesia. But I know from the second trimester, if everything's okay, then you should be okay to do it. And I just want to make sure to get through these first 3 months that everything's okay with the baby. I know that I'm not allergic to anesthesia. I've had it many times before. So that's just one thing I can't do right now. So I'm being sensible. Like I'm taking all the steps I need to. How is Dad doing? Feeling? He's doing well. He is actually not around this afternoon. He's going to training and he's going to go to his house to pick up some things. His family's house to pick up some things that he in the storage there. But he's doing good. He's feeling good. It's like it's a lot. Like it's it's a bit overwhelming, but at the same time, it's good. Like we're both really happy. We don't feel like it's the wrong choice, even though it's quick. I think the thing is that people don't realize is that after we met and we started seeing each other, within like a couple of weeks, we moved in. So even though it's not a long relationship, we've been living together pretty much this whole time. So it's not the same as when you see somebody for like on a weekend here or a day there or a day there. We literally have been living together. So our relationship has been fast streamed. Does that a word? It's been um, it's been sped up, I suppose. So the experience we're having, people don't. Some people are together for a relation in a relationship for a year and they're not even living together. So we've learned each other really quickly. And at the end of the day, like you never know anyway. Like you can be with somebody for years and they can turn out to be something you're not. And also the reality is that I just know that in this day and age, okay, it's maybe not the same as it used to be, but I'm 38. Like I want to try and have as healthy a baby as possible. And the reality is that the older you get, there is more risks. I'm fully aware of that. So it wasn't we tried to have a child, but we didn't think it would happen this quick. We genuinely didn't think. I thought it was going to take 6 months to a year. He was in the beginning even saying like, "Oh, you should take the sticks to see when you're ovulating." And so I'm like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to put that stress on me because every time you're doing it, you're doing the ovulation. It's gonna make like, it's gonna make sex like really mechanical because you're like, "Oh, we have to do it now." And then on top of that, if you then have a period, there's like a lot of disappointment, and I think that creates a negative cycle where it's like not so natural. So I think that's been helpful because like I've just been like, if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, in 6 months to a year's time from now, we can worry about it. And we told our parents, yes, I told both of my parents are really happy. My dad's very happy. My mom's very happy. My mom is going to be here for Christmas, and we're probably going to probably going to see my dad for New Year. My dad's not doing very well, so I want to try and go see him, hopefully, just to help like cheer him up a little bit. So yeah, yeah, it is like that. Thank you. I've had PCOS and got pregnant at 35 from just from protection and not working one time. That's incredible. Like that's really incredible, and like congratulations, because like it is hard. Like in this day and age, fertility in general, like you can be a healthy person. Fertility in general is just like it's declined. Like for people for just many lifestyle reasons, from things we consume. So I just didn't think it would be so quick. Um, in terms of like our living arrangements, I'll say this because somebody talked about it on the forums. Something bizarre. I don't remember the full name. So the first of all, my apartment is not that small. I have a two-bedroom apartment with two bathrooms. One bathroom is a shower. And my apartment is like 92 square meters. That's bigger than anything you could pretty much ever get in like London. I'm not bigger than what you could get in England, but it's bigger than I ever rented in London. Battery exhausted. Oh, thank you for gifting a membership. I appreciate it. But what we're going to do is like I do want to get a house, obviously, because I want to have a yard, because the thing I do really want to do is I do want to get into fostering dogs, getting dogs from the street and then rehoming them. That's something that I'm really passionate about and that I do want to do. So we do need a house for that, but we probably aren't going to move for like another year or two, because I don't really, for one, we need to get money for a mortgage, because property is not, it's cheap in Bulgaria, but it's not that cheap. If you want to get a house, it's still going to be like 100,000 euros, which is a lot cheaper than England. You can't buy a house for like 100,000 euros in England or in Holland or in maybe in America. You can, depending on where you are. But the thing is, in Bulgaria, depending on where you live, like it can be very cheap in Bulgaria, but you live in like a village, and a village is not necessarily a good thing to live. You have like small towns, great, but when you get to the villages, you can probably get a house for like 30,000 euros, but it's not that going to be that great, and the house is going to need a lot of work to get done up. So we do want to get a house, but we obviously need to save up a bit of money for that, so we can get a deposit on the mortgage, and then we'll do that eventually. And also, I was talking to my mom about this because we were talking about moving. My mom is thinking about potentially coming here, especially now that I'm pregnant, and we're thinking about areas to live. And the reality, she said, the best thing you can do is like either move now or wait until the baby's 6 months to a year old. She said because moving at the height of pregnancy or when a baby's just born, she's like, don't do that. That will be a very difficult and challenging thing to do. It will be very stressful. She said, like, either do it now or wait. And obviously, I'm not in a position to. First of all, I have like I have to give up my place here for a few months. The people have been extremely kind to me from who I'm renting, so I don't want to just say bye, guys. I'm going to go now. I don't want to just leave it like that. I want to give them a couple of months because they've been good to me. Like I can have 3 animals in this apartment. That's a big deal in it. Like in Sofia, like most places don't allow you to rent with dogs. So I have to take that into consideration, and I don't want to leave on bad terms or anything like that. So it's something we do want to do. We do want to move. I do want to get a house. I would love to live out in the countryside. I would love to do the fostering of the dogs, have like an area in the yard for like 2 dogs at a time, rehome them to forever homes. I want to do that. That's like a dream, a passion of mine. It's just, it just takes some time because you need money to do these things, basically. Pretty much, Drunk has been a member for 43 months. That's a true OG there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And MNR now became a member. So thank you for becoming a member. I'll probably do a members live stream tomorrow because I think after this I'm going to be tired. I don't think so. I know I'll be tired because I've been busy cleaning and stuff all day. So I'm already feeling a little bit tired. So yeah, this is why like my recordings, my live streams, everything is kind of like up in there because I just have to play things by ear. And like at the end of the day, I really do have to genuinely prioritize my health. And I would be a hypocrite if I'm like being critical of other people, what I consider not to do like necessarily the right things, and then like I'm doing the same. So, but besides that point, I just don't want to put my baby at risk. Like I genuinely don't think I could forgive myself if I have a miscarriage because of my own doing, because I'm just being stupid or just doing things that are not okay. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, you finally remember. Oh, we'll do a live stream tomorrow. Live tomorrow for sure. Will a crying baby annoy neighbors? I don't think so. There's like kids in this apartment block. You can't hear my neighbors anyway, and I have dogs. My neighbors are nice. It's not an issue. I don't think so. Um, and like I don't know. Who knows how much it's gonna cry, but we'll see. If my dream was true, he was showing off big stretch marks. So should make the distance. Oh, she'd make the distance. Ah, you had a premonition about me. Maybe. I have a pretty good feeling about it. I'm pretty in tune with my intuition and like instinct. Like I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but like genuinely, I have usually speaking a good vibe of things are happening, of when people are acting a certain way. So I don't feel anything's wrong. Like I don't feel like anything's gonna go wrong. Like everything could happen. Of course, like I'm not naive to think nothing's gonna happen. I'm not stupid, but I think like deep down inside, whether things are right or not. This is like even from the moment I found out I was pregnant, I changed everything. But yeah, I just feel like I don't feel like there's gonna be issues as such. So yeah, uh, I agree with you, mom moving. I moved at 9 months pregnant, and it was terrible. And I haven't COVID. Oof, that's brutal. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Like, I mean, like everything you can do anything if you need to do it, but it's just like why bother? Like this is like I said, my apartment is not small. It's like 90 square meters. That's pretty big. Like I have two large bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and a kitchen that has a table in it. So it's like it's not a house. And I guess like it depends maybe where you are in the world as well. Like comparing city living to like living somewhere in America where usually speaking the houses are really big. It's not the same. Like, but I've lived in Holland, Sweden, and England. Now for Sweden, it's normal. In Sweden, they have pretty big properties, but for England, like this is really good for English standards and for Dutch standards as well. Like the places aren't that big, so it kind of depends on where you're living and where you're used to from coming. But yeah, like we have a spare room, so like the baby can easily go in the spare room. It's not a problem. Uh, I'm afraid to breastfeed. I also feel like I can't do more than 6 months, but I hope my mommy brain will take over. How about you? So I'm not so worried about breastfeeding. I was actually talking to a lady in the gym about this, and she explained like the technique behind it. I'm not so worried about it. I'll tell you the only thing I'm genuinely worried about is like a natural birth and like my fanny ripping open, like completely. That's the only thing I'm like genuinely worried about. That's the only thing that kind of scares me. So like I think I might have to play that by ear, depending on like how big the baby is. But if I have like a 4 kilo baby in out, I'm not sure if I can push that out. Like I'm not too sure if I would dare to do that. But I don't know. Like maybe by that time, like that's the only thing I'm worried about is like tearing, like literally tearing open completely. 1999. Oh, thank you for the diaper napkin fund. Oh, thank you so much. Like that's so crazy actually to have to go about it. I haven't even thought about that. It was so weird when we went for the first. Elisa became a member. Thank you. Pretty way drunk. It was so weird when we went for the first checkup when we did the first ultrasound And there was like already like a little guy in there. Like we don't know the gender yet, but it's like which by the way I don't care about at all. I literally don't care whether it's a boy or a girl. We haven't picked out names, none of that. I haven't even thought that far. I just want to have a healthy baby. Like to me, that is just the main priority. I generally don't care if it's a boy or a girl. Like that's completely irrelevant. Um, I had a C-section and two natural. It's not really as bad as you think. I promise. Yeah, I think it probably just depend on like how big the baby is, maybe. But I don't know. Like we'll see. We'll see. Like obviously, this is something I don't have to worry about yet. Like I literally just want to worry about making it through the first 3 months, get healthy, get all the tests done, make sure there's nothing wrong, and then I'll worry about those things. But that's not something I'm worrying about right now. Thank you so much, Elisabetta. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was weird when we went for the first scan and the ultrasound because I didn't think this was at 7 weeks. I didn't think you'd see anything already, and he already could pick up a heartbeat, which the doctor was like a little bit surprised by because he's like normally speaking at 7 weeks, he's like, we're not sure if we're going to get a heartbeat beat, and he did. He got heartbeats already, and then when we went yesterday, he was like a really strong heartbeat. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I was like, oh my god, like, and it's already like a little person. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh. I don't know. Like this is maybe that's like a little bit ignorant of me, but I thought like babies didn't start to look like babies until they're like 4 or 5 months. That's what I thought. But like, I mean, this picture doesn't even do it justice. But like this, it really doesn't do it justice. But when we were there, like you could see the arms, you could see the umbilical cord, you could see the legs, like the head, like you could see it was a human shape already. And I was like, wow, that's like crazy. It isn't, but at the same time, it kind of is because I thought it was later than that. If my mom survived giving natural birth at 5, I think it's not something we cannot handle. Also, yeah, for sure. Your mom is awesome, by the way. That's Auntie Velika, by the way. But yeah, it depends on how you dilate. Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing I will worry about as and when it comes. Like, if it's a case of like I'm gonna have like a ginormous baby that's guaranteed gonna like open me up, and I'm gonna be, one giant gaping hole afterwards, and I'd probably choose for C-section, to be honest. Like it all depends, isn't it? It depends on how the baby's positioned. It depends on how big it is. It depends on you, like somebody was saying, your dilation. Like there's many factors that go into it. But yeah, if they're like, well, you can do it, but you're gonna tear open. Like I mean, like a tear is okay, but when we're talking like tearing open, like everything, that's the only thing that I'm like really worried about. Like that's the only thing I'm a bit scared of. But otherwise, not so much. Do perineal stretches. Do perineal stretching close to the breath. I don't even know what that is. But don't worry, we're going to take pregnancy courses. I spoke about that, and I suggested we should do that because obviously I don't know everything about it. I never had a kid before. I took care of I helped taking care of my little sister, but helping is not the same as like doing it completely on your own. So it's yeah, typical. I mean, it happens. It can happen. These things. This is like a lot of people don't talk about it. But yeah, about the breastfeeding, I'm not too worried. My breasts are incredibly sensitive. They are very painful at the moment. Like I can't even like hug my partner properly. They're like, look how big they are already as well. Like and it's not even like I mean, this top does a little bit, but they are like they've definitely grown already. So I guess that's the only good thing. No, it's not the only good. The good thing is I've got a little baby growing inside me. But like that's a nice thing, I suppose. Do you do Kegels? No, I don't necessarily do Kegels, but I have a very strong core. Like I'm a lifter. I can control. I can let's put it like this. I can control all of my muscles. So I'm not worried about that. I know how to push. I know how to brace. So I know how to do that. That's not an issue. Because I've done weight training for like 10 years. Like I'm part of that. If you have a strong core, developed core, and a pelvis, if you do squats and stuff, you learn to control everything basically. How about you have a sister? I thought you had a little brother. No, I have like a half sister. My father has he had a daughter with his ex-wife, and she's like 15 years younger than me. 14, 15, 16 years younger than me, something like that. So she lived with my dad. Mm. Well, being part of the journey. So obviously, I will preventing for incontinence, etc. Aha, I didn't know that. I'll have to look into it in that case. I mean, I'm sure I can do it. Um, so in terms of content, I have been filming some pregnancy stuff, which is something that obviously I'll start doing for Vlogmas or for December. I'll probably just do like daily uploads as opposed to like a particular thing. I probably will start uploading some of the pre-recorded stuff from December, and that's it really. So yeah, I'll be doing like some pregnancy things here and there. I guess take you through like doctor appointments, how we're doing, what I'm eating, stuff like that. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it, Alan Ripley. I'll have to go. Congratulating. No worries. Thank you. Have a good remainder of your day. I had a fourth degree tear with my first. He was only 8 pounds and 4 ounces. A lot had happened because of his position. It sounds awful, but I healed fine. No complications. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, a mummy vlogger. Well, that's the thing also, like I'm very much in two minds. Hit the like. Thank you, Bo. I appreciate it. Uh I was sore for when I was not sure. It was my biggest fear, but after healing it's actually smaller down. Uh-huh. I see, that's always they gave they call it the mummy, the daddy stage, is that what they call it? It's a bit gross, isn't it? Um yeah, so mummy vlogger. So I don't know how much of that sort of content, especially like once I've had a child. I don't know because I'm really obviously I'll probably post pictures and stuff because I don't think that that's necessarily wrong. But I don't know if I would want to just like vlog my child because I feel it's kind of exploitative, and especially when they're young, like they can't really, they don't have a consensus. You know what I mean? So I don't know how comfortable I would feel like filming baby, and there's like all weird people on the internet. So it's like I don't know if I would want to expose my child to that per se. I'll probably like upload pictures, like I say, but otherwise, I don't know if I would. I would probably film in such a way where it's kind of like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Oh, meal prep with me, because once if I can't do breastfeeding or once the baby goes to from milks, any form of milks to I mean, if I can breastfeed, I will for as long as possible. But obviously, that all depends on not everybody can breastfeed properly, etc., etc. But regardless, once my baby goes over to solids, I'm going to cook that food. I'm not going to buy the jars of baby food because it's shit. Like a lot of it is like full of sugar and preservatives. This is why it stays on the shelf for so long. It's like I'm not gonna like how hard is it to boil up some veggies and some meat and puree that? I can do that and just put it into jars, like clean jars. So I'll probably like film that kind of stuff, I guess. But yeah, I don't think I would film like kid stuff as such, just because it's like it's not fair to them, to like be forced on the internet in such a way. I don't think that's right. So yeah, I don't know, but it's like obviously far, far away still. Yeah. Uh, and he always wants to be a mom, and that's happening. Yeah, it's really exciting. Thank you. I am pregnant. Yes, Shelly, that's indeed exactly what's happening. So many congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you won't change the content though. No, I won't. Like, I'll do the vlogging like I've always done, but vlogging has never been a main part of my channel. I've incorporated the vlogging because I do commentary and reactions on people living a healthy lifestyle. I just want to show like how you can do it in an extreme that's unhealthy, that I say is unhealthy, but also like how you can just like be a normal person and like you can enjoy eating food in moderation. You can cook healthy recipes. This is also what I want to do the cookbook. It's like it's kind of easy to make really nice tasting healthy recipes. It's not hard. You just need to know how to do it. And granted, I like cooking. I'm a pretty good cook. That's not like bigging myself up, but it is bigging myself up. I am a good cook. Like, it's just something I enjoy doing and I'm very passionate about. So this is why I want to impart some of that wisdom to other people. The only thing is that I can't cook right now on all things because I just have very strong food aversions. But I don't like for now, like I mean, like I think my weight is probably like 78, something like that. And that's like not I don't track calories, I don't really weigh things out. I did it the other day for a full day of eating, but I just eat intuitively. And I have been doing since my competition. I just know that my energy expenditure is a bit less at the moment. Obviously, I need to just be healthy and eat what's right and like not starve myself or anything, which I haven't been doing anyway. But I'm just being sensible and just eating just normal food for the most part. But yeah, it's I wanted to show that the reactions I'll keep doing, but I will obviously do the vlogging as well. But yeah, I don't think if there's anything wrong with showing clips of your child. I just don't like kids-focused family channels. That's true, I suppose. But the thing is that I'm worried about is like there's so many creepy people on the internet, isn't it? That's the thing, the biggest thing. But then you can't really escape that anyway. Like creepy people exist wherever you go. So I don't know. It's something I have to obviously not only decide on myself. I have to talk to my boyfriend about that because it's not only my child; it's his child too. So it would be very rude of me to just make choices like that and not include him. So yeah, I did at 37 and no problems, even though I was overweight and but I was very active. But that's the thing part. I think somebody is still sort on Instagram. I don't know if I reposted it most, but they've done studies, and if you're overweight but active, you're actually healthier than somebody that's not active, but that's a healthy BMI apparently. So yeah, I wish he was here to talk to us. Yeah, he's sorry. He's got to work anyway. He's on call from this time, and he's gone off to train and to do family stuff, to pick up stuff from his family. Huge congratulations, thank you, Gus. Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, he's not so much for the social media anyway. His page is pretty much like me, like where I've tagged him in collaboration posts on Instagram. He's not a social media person. He's not really big on like posting things on his stories or on his page. So it's not really his thing, which I like, by the way, because obviously like it's kind of my job, social media. So I like the fact that he's not really about that. Like, he doesn't mind me doing it. Obviously, I've never hidden it or anything. He knows what I do. He watches like my vlogs and stuff. He doesn't watch Rex. He's like, oh, I don't like when we talk about the fat ladies. That's what my mum says as well. But they always watch them. My family's really like my vlogs, so this is probably why I'll keep doing them, because a lot of what's your Botox? I mean, I wouldn't do it. I had Botox. I did get it done whilst I was pregnant, but I didn't know I was pregnant. I had it done maybe at 3 weeks, but I didn't know I was pregnant. So I only found out I was pregnant literally the day before my birthday, and I was like about a week and a half late. But with my first period, so with my first period after my ovulation, I was a week and a half late. So this is why I tested. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't do it. I know that's like not a right thing to do. So yeah, I'm obviously not going to do that whilst I'm pregnant. I don't think that's the right thing to do. But I did it. But I didn't know. However, at this time, from what I understand, it's not so bad in the first few weeks because the baby isn't attached in the uterus. It's kind of like floating and it's not fully attached yet. So it's not physically feeding through the tube things or whatever it is. Not the, it's, I guess it's not an umbilical cord, but through the placenta or something like that. From what I've read and from what I understand, like it's more after the first 3 to 4 weeks is not a problem. It's when the baby starts attaching. That's when you have to be very careful what you consume because the baby consumes it. And the OG vloggers, the OG vlog lovers, yes. I thought I was a very good guy, friends approved. Yes, like, and that's good too. Like, it is friends approved. And this is coming from my bestie. Her opinion matters, obviously. No, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think I would do that. Like, I don't think it's worth the risk. To be honest, like, I wouldn't do it personally. I think there's like too many complications with it, so I don't see the point of it. And in terms of supplementation, like just normal supplementations, I haven't really changed anything. I've just added some things. So I still take like my magnesiums, my Q10, all of those things. I started taking a little folic acid in the run up to my pregnancy. I started decreasing my caffeine intake as well, and I think that's made a big difference. I take selenium also to the up in the run up to my pregnancy. Now I obviously take like a pregnancy multivitamin. I take omega 3. I take what's it called now? It's called, hold on, I wrote it down. I take NAC, which is very good. Very good also to try and get pregnant. NAC is very good. You just need a smaller amount once you are pregnant. I take my different types of magnesium. Mm, I take choline, choline, so what's it called? What else do I take? I take folic acid. I take ginger, but I don't find it helps me an awful lot. I take probiotics. I take all the stuff that I should take. So yeah, hold on. I'm a mom of 7 kids. I have my last at 43. He will be 16 next week. Perfectly healthy pregnancy and birth. Oh, that's fantastic. That's really good. But usually speaking, from what I understand, if you've had previous babies, you're more likely to get pregnant when you're older, and also it's more likely to go well. I think it's usually speaking the first pregnancies. Um, those are the hardest one, and as you get older, it's just like the risk of like complications are a bit greater as well. Like that's just unfortunate biology, isn't it? And I'm well aware of that. But how many weeks? 8.5, 8.5. But I feel okay to talk about it because I went to the doctor yesterday and he said there's like nothing really that can cause a miscarriage unless I do something stupid that can cause it. But he's like, well, the way things look, the way the baby is, and all the internal parts, shh, enough. All the internal parts are okay. So thank you so much, guys. Oh my god, somebody call this. YouTube needs a new baby emoji. Yes, I should do one actually. That's true. That's true. I should do that for sure. I'll probably forget though. Thank you for becoming a member, H Orange. I appreciate it. I think you take astrology. I would take astrologers. I do take astrologers actually. I take that every morning. 1 gram of astrologers. I've taken that for a long time. So yeah, it's okay to take creatine. I think so. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Creatine is like pretty much like a power supplement, but I actually don't know. Can you take creatine whilst pregnant? The only thing I'm probably going to stop taking is berberine for the simple reason that there's not that much research on berberine whilst pregnant. So maybe that's come here, mummy. Uh, could be as it says here. Come here. Come here, mummy. Oh, there we go. Funny pants. Okay, so it says here for the Hudson. Let me share it. Let me just move this over here. Present. Share the screens. Share. So it says here, from the Hudson Institute of Medical Research. You want to smell me? You don't want to smell me. Okay. What is creatine? Uh, why do some people take creatine before or during pregnancy? Well, some research shows that creatine supplementing the mother's diet during pregnancy improves the likelihood of a healthy baby at birth, suggesting that creatine as a nutritional supplement can also be beneficial for healthy pregnancy and baby. So yeah, I have been taking it, so I'll probably keep taking it. Obviously, I don't eat raw meat. I don't eat raw fish. Stop sharing what else? That's like I'm just doing all the sensible stuff that you should and shouldn't do whilst pregnant. G Money, thank you so much for the subject. I appreciate it. Congrats, girl. Oh my god, treats for me, you and the fur babies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. That's super kind of you. Best thing, my heart is so full of joy. Thank you. So full of you right now. So full for you. Thank you. I'm reading too fast. This is why. You should take it away. Yeah, I don't clean the cat litter. Since we found out, I haven't cleaned the cat litter. My boyfriend cleans it because I know the toxoplasmy. So no, I don't touch the cat litter at all. Not a problem. So we're doing everything that's necessary. My mom, my mom's only child, me. She had me when I was 38. She was told I could have Down syndrome because she was older, but everything was fine. I mean, the thing is that that is just a reality, though. Like as you get older, children are more likely to be born with abnormalities. I mean, it doesn't mean it has to happen all the time, and like a lot of the times it doesn't. And we are technically, I know I'm a geriatric in terms of pregnancy, but I know that obviously modern medication has advanced, and like these things, like I think they can probably happen regardless. But it is the chances that there is just a bigger possibility. The older you get, the reality is that there is more likely going to be complications, and there's probably going to be more chances that there is abnormalities. And I don't mean that to be horrible or rude, and I'm not saying these people are anything less than. It's just you're genetically meant to not genetically, but like people are meant not meant. People expect normal, and I don't even know how to say that because I know somebody's going to like say like think that I mean anything wrong with it, and I don't. I don't mean anything mean by it. Like I've worked with people with learning disabilities. They're really nice and lovely people. There's nothing wrong with them at all. It's just like technically it's an abnormality, isn't it? I'm gonna stop talking because I know I'll just talk myself into it. I take my baby vitamins. I take a multivitamin, so don't worry. Took creatine throughout the whole pregnancy and did the first pregnancy, so no issues at all. Yeah, I'm 38. I turned 38 in the beginning of November, so I'm not exactly young. You are healthy, you eat healthy, and your baby will be fine. Yeah, I think so too. My first baby at 36, first one alone. My second baby was 6 months, and you're young and free. Yeah, I mean, like I think it probably makes a difference if you're healthy, but still, like a lot of people don't, and there's a lot of people that are healthy that still struggle to conceive. You know, it's just one of these days. Unfortunately, like in this day and age, there's a lot of people that have infertilities. Sadly, uh, it's okay. People can say like at the end of the day, I have like my opinions on other people, so I have decided to come online and talk about it. So it's fine. The complications are true. However, you eat very well, you take care of yourself, so don't worry. I'm not worried for me. I don't necessarily feel anything's wrong. I feel like things are right. I just like instinctually, I feel things are good, but it's just a reality. Like things could happen, but it should be okay. You had your first baby at 32, and they told me I was geriatric. But is it at 30 already? Is it after 30 that they deem me geriatric, which is kind of crazy, but yeah. That's insane. I'm very satisfied to see. Oh, that's really. I'm glad to hear. Thank you. That's always reassuring to hear it. It's always reassuring to hear that ladies of my age have perfectly fine pregnancies. There's some things we can't control now. It's like that, unfortunately. I definitely imagine just the genetic ability of the game. Yeah, I mean, this kid is obviously gonna be like it's definitely going to have superior strength, that's for sure. But yeah, again, like I'm personally genuinely surprised, partially because I was on performance enhancers until May. Yes, I competed in June. Until May, I wasn't on performance enhancers. My boyfriend has used them in the past. So, all of those things, it's like I thought when I am in prep, I genuinely am completely infertile. I don't have an endometrial wall. This is why I don't get prep periods when I'm in prep. So I thought, like, I don't know, it's maybe going to take a long time, but I don't know. I guess like performance enhancers are bad, but I never took a lot. I know that people like to dispute that, but I never did because, despite opinions, like I do want to retain my health and my femininity as much as possible. I sound like a man. It's fine. I'll take that. But besides that point, it's this something that I always took very seriously, but I just didn't think it would like happen so quick. I thought it was going to take us 6 months to a year at least. So yeah. First timer here. Oh, congratulations. It's so exciting, isn't it? My mom had my brother and sister in her late 40s. They are both healthy. Fantastic. I'm really happy to hear that. That's really good. Did I hurt my left eye? No, it's probably just the shadows. It's probably just from where I'm sitting and like there's a lot sunlight coming in and it's like eyeshadow that I've got here. So no, I didn't hurt my eye. Don't worry, it's just shadows. It's just shadow I make up. Oh. See the accusations coming already. He's beating me up. He would never do that, by the way. He's a good man. This is obviously why I decided to have a child with him. And he wants to have a child with me, but no, he's an absolutely fantastic man. Like I'm very lucky. Cat sensitive chicken. Thank you so much. I can't see what it is though because I'm on the freaking StreamYard, isn't it? But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alright, to get older and the chance of chromosome abnormalities is a real thing. It's will be a relief for you when you know the baby's healthy. We moms worry. It's just part of the job. Yeah, I think so. And I also don't think there's anything wrong with, obviously everybody desires to have like as healthy possible baby as healthy a baby as possible. Now, I'm not overly worried about about this because we don't have this in our family. Like nobody in my family has ever had anything like that happen, and all of that kind of stuff is somewhat hereditary as well. But then also, granted, most of the people in my family or the women in my family, they had hey days. I know it's still early. It's not time to eat yet. They had babies in their late 20s, early 30s. So, which is like not that young, but it's not. I'm 38, which it makes a difference. I had a blood test for Down syndrome at when pregnant. The test was positive. However, the blood test is unreliable. I ended up having the anesthesiasis and a confirmed health baby. Fantastic. Now, this is what basically what the doctor said. We have to do potentially. Do you mind, please? You can't come because you don't want to come. We have to potentially do two tests. So the first one is like a basic blood test. And he said that we only have to do the advanced testing if anything shows up as abnormal. Because the one test is not so expensive. I mean, like it's expensive, but not so much. But the other one is like $1,000 here to get it done, which is even with the health insurance. So that's like it's 2,000 leva, which is including health insurance. So that's expensive for Bulgaria. And like $1,000, like in euros or dollars, excuse me, or a pound, that's really expensive for over here. Like you have no idea. Like every time I get a blood test on a complete panel, it costs me like $50. It costs me nothing to get a complete panel of blood tests on. That's why I also do it so much because it costs nothing. But obviously, like $1,000 is a lot of money to get a blood test on. Whereas my doctor said, because my boyfriend asked about like how that works, and he said it's not necessary. Maybe he said maybe you have to do it. It all depends on whether the first test comes back with abnormalities, and then you need to do further. But do you want to come again? Oh my God, you're such a drama queen today. Again. It's because they want to eat soon, but it's still too early to eat. So yeah, basically, you want my boob, baby? It hurts. Yeah. So basically, he said you might have to do it, you might not. It depends on whether the initial test comes back with deviations, I guess. Uh, will you have a child in the Netherlands? No, I will not. I'll stay here. I'll stay in Bulgaria. Uh, I don't think we will move unless it's necessary. And I mean, like technically, I probably can have health insurance. Thank you for becoming a member, Lisa. Technically, I'm probably entitled to health insurance, but I haven't paid into the Dutch health insurance like since I was a kid. And in Holland, you have to pay health insurance. Like it's not like state insurance where it's free. You're entitled to help, and I'm not sure how it works if you go into hospital and you're not insured. So I'm Dutch by nationality, but I haven't lived there since 2002. So I'm technically I don't even know how that works because I'm not paying into their health insurance. So yeah, I am pregnant. Wicked Wednesday. So yes, I am. I am definitely sick, David. Yes, I am. They're also going to have to grow more patience for eating. Yes, they will. Well, it's too early anyway. But she's just getting excited because I'm talking. I think this is why. Hey, Bummy. Mummy's talking, so you want to come and say hi, Hal? She just, excuse me, can you not put your paw in my tea, please? Hey, can you not put your paw in my tea, please, missus? Thank you so much for all the congratulations. I had a Brickland. I think they comment it on the short. Yeah, a lot of people have been guessing and commenting that I am, but I haven't really confirmed anything up until now to a few people only. So yeah, early days. You might want to look into natural birth. Yeah, we actually talked about that earlier. C-section is longer recovery, but natural birth might require forceps. Yeah, we talked. This is something we have spoken about, and it's something I'll consider a bit closer to the time. I just for now really want to focus on making sure that I get through my first trimester without any issues, which I'm pretty sure I will. But you never know, touch wood. But everything should be fine. Any due date, it will be in June, mid-June, probably more likely or not. So yeah, it's something we are thinking about doing. We are thinking about, but I'll worry about how I'm going to give birth a bit closer to the time. And I think it all depends on the positioning, the size of the baby, and yeah, but it's something I don't want to worry about too much now. Like it's something I do consider, but yeah, you have a stronger core, etc. for general birth, health staying active. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's something I'll worry about a bit closer to the time. It's not something uh I want to worry about too much now. People have done it for years and never wanted to feed into it. Yes, yeah, I never have really. I and also it's been like it's also not something that I've been really trying. Like I've wanted children, but I've not wanted children with the people I've been with. So the only time I tried was I think when we were back in the UK. Like that's the only time I kind of tried, or we kind of tried and it didn't work for obviously for reasons. But yeah, this is also like I'm kind of a believer in a way, like to a degree, in like faith and destiny. So like, yes, the relationship is not as old as people expect, but at the same time, I don't really have like 5 years to waste, and we've been living together pretty much since we met. So it's like it's not comparable. Some people are dating for like 2 years, seeing each other here and there on the weekend, and we live together. When you live together, you get to know each other quicker. So it's just one of those things. I don't know. I'm not worried. Like that's the thing. I'm actually not worried about that at all. I'm not even like slightly concerned about things not working out between me and my boyfriend because things are just really good. I mean, like I'm not going to pretend and say like it's perfect. We never argue. Of course we argue. We're human beings. We are different humans. We have different opinions. We experience life differently. Like we're tired. We work a lot. Of course we argue sometimes, but we resolve it really well. We don't stay angry a lot, and like there's no blaming. We just we have an argument, and then we go like, yeah, I was a bit of a dick here. Like, yeah, I was a bit of a dick here. Like, okay, I can do it differently. And how we resolve our conflicts is really nice. Like, I've never experienced that before. So I'm really not worried. And even if things don't work out, I don't know him, but at the same time I know him, and like you don't really know anybody. Like you know, I've you can be in a relationship with somebody for years and then things change because situation change and people can change. So it's like people are good at masking. But besides that point, like I just feel that even if things weren't to work out for whatever reason, I know he's very serious about this, about the baby, and I don't feel like he will be a good co-parent. In the worst case scenario, I have full faith he will be an amazing co-parent. Like I don't want that to happen. We spoke about marriage, and I think it's going to be too stressful to try and get married before then. I don't want to have that stress. But I feel like even if things go wrong, which I don't feel like they should, I'm just saying things can happen. I'm a realistic person. I don't live in a fairy tale. I don't want it to. I don't have any inkling that it is going to. It feels right. Everything feels right, but life is life. Shit happens. People change. You never know. I just know for a fact that he will be a very good co-parent, and I could rely on him. Like he's genuinely just a good man, a good person. And in this day and age, that means a lot to just be a reliable, good person, a good man. So yeah, it's not something that I'm worried about, but you never know. Oh yeah, for sure. Like if I'm already how protective I am of my dogs, like there's not a doubt. Like I will be very protective of my child. I can't even begin to imagine how much I would love a child. Like for real, that sounds really weird thing to say, but like how much I love my dogs, and like I'm not weird with them. Like I know I treat them well. I spoil them. I know, but I still see them as dogs. I treat them like dogs. I command them like dogs because they are dogs. And sometimes I'm like too nice. I know I am. Sometimes like I allow them too many things like treats and stuff. I know. But at the same time, I still know they're dogs. But the love I have for my dogs, I genuinely can't. I'm like on cat as well, but it's different with the dogs because the dogs came to me when I was in a very very bad place. They were basically dying, and I had a very my situation was very bad. People like I've vlogged some of it, but what you see and what I show is what I choose to show. Do you know what I mean? My life was very bad at that time, and the dogs helped me. They gave me routine, reason to get up every day to do things. So I have a different bond with my dogs than I have with my cat. But yeah, like I can't imagine if this is how much I love animals, which I love a lot. How much am I gonna like love something that grows inside of me? Like it's kind of frightening almost in a good way. But yeah, that's not like yeah, that's just kind of weird. I do love my cat. I do love my cat. It's just my relationship with my cat is not the same as with my dog. But of course, I love the cat too. Of course, I love her. But yeah, it's still not the same as with my dogs. And like, I don't mean that to be mean or anything. It's just how it is. But the little piece, she gets treated well. She's loved. She's loved. She's taken care of. Thank you, Fishy. Hi. Yes. You're a very happy kitty, and yeah, you're always coming for cuddles with us. Yes, every evening we watch TV and she lays on me. I love my kitten, my kitten a lot. My kitten, my kitty, my cat. I love her a lot too. It's just she's not the same as my dogs because of circumstances, you know. It's just how it is. Yeah, she does. Doesn't she? She's a good fish. She's such a sweet cat though. She always just like wants cuddles and everything. My, do you know what, Sonia? She's been on a diet for freaking ages. I stick her literally. She's been on a diet since the beginning of this year. Like she gets half a sachet of wet food in the mornings, and I give her like a small cup. I initially was giving her too much still, and I've been reducing that down. I'm still reducing it down. She doesn't even get treats or anything. She does not get a lot of food, so I don't know why she like it's so hard for her to lose weight. But I really do not give her a lot of food at all. So I don't know if it's because she's been sterilized and it's just harder for cats to lose weight. Because I did the same with my dogs, and my dogs lost weight because they were like 1 or 2 kilos overweight. I sorted that out. Like as you saw Rosie, Rosie's like really skinny because she has to be because she only has one legs. Has one leg missing. But the cat is just like I'm really trying. Like I'm really trying to like put her on the diet, and it's just taking forever. Fine, it's a lymphedema. It must be. It must be. No, but I'm really trying with her though. But if for some reason she has lost some weight, she definitely lost some weight. But yeah, she's still too big. So, but it's a menopause kitten. Babies are sweet and innocent. They're toddlers, but they are. Yeah. Uh, hidden carbs and starches. Yeah, I might do that. The thing is, though, she's really fussy. I've tried to give her different cat foods, and she just refuses to eat most. Oh, Jesus Christ! You made me jump, Daisy. She just refuses to eat most of it. She's really for a street cat. She is such a fussy cat. So yeah, the sterilization. Yeah, I think that's maybe what it is. She's been. Can we stop shaming, please? You all just haters. You hate my cat. You're just always mean to her. But excuse me, are you singing songs for us? Huh? Are you singing songs for us? No, she's muscular. Yeah, she's big bone and muscular. It has to be. Excuse me. Hi, Troubles. What is it? It's not time yet. Look, look, she's playing with the tail. That's like her favorite pasture. Look. That's like her favorite toy. I might find it toys, treats, like beds, everything. Now she doesn't want it. All Violet wants is plastic bags, cardboard boxes, and ducktails. But you can't come, Rosie. Oh, she's doing it again. Look. She doing it? Hey, Pete. Hey, Pete. Do you know what? She is such a sweet cat. She never has hissed at me once. Got like animal hairs everywhere. She's never hissed at me once. And even when I play fight, she'll bite on my arm and like hold on to it, and like I'll shake her around, not rough, but I'll shake her around, and she holds on to it. Not once has she scratched me. Never ever has she scratched me, and never has she hissed at me. She really is a good cat. She needs compression here. You guys are killing me. She looks healthy. She's just water away. It's perfectly plump. Yes. It's perfectly plump the festival and the cat's fat. I've put her. The thing is, in my defense, I have Jenny. Excuse me, Daisy. Careful with the cat, please. In my defense, I have Jenny put her on a diet. She doesn't. Will you stop it now? You're being a little bit annoying. No, it's not time to eat yet. No. She literally doesn't get a lot of food at all. Like I will admit, I used to overfeed her, and I didn't realize she was fat until Whittle pointed out. And I agree, she used to be fat. She's lost weight. It's just really hard, but she really doesn't get a lot of food. Like genuinely, she is on a diet. So yeah, babies are the same. Favorite toys are keys and boxes. Yeah, first rate, she has impeccable manners. Yeah, my cat loves your cat. They're her favorite YouTube channel. She loves the TV. Oh, that's so funny. She's one step ahead. Diets don't work. This is true. 90% of diets fail. Healthy and exercise girls. uh, it's funny. No, oh my god. She's cute fat though, yeah. Alice gets a bit chunky because she's still free from the other cats. My cat doesn't actually go outside at all. She doesn't. She's not an outdoor cat. We put her on the leash sometimes to walk her, but she's not an outdoor cat, no. It's a little bit, but still sweet. No, but she's really sweet. That's why they say the dieting and then go through the book. Well, she probably does, to be fair. Maybe she's sneaking like the dog food when I'm not watching. But no, she's really fussy. I'll give her like bits of meat or like, but excuse me, like you'll see the difference between Daisy and Rosie. Rosie, you throw a ball and she's like, huh? Daisy, hold on, see if I can do it. Daisy, you can get it? You can get it? Take it. Catch, did you see it? Now here, look at this one. You go get it? That's Rosie. That's me being careful throwing it. Rosie's is like running, chasing. I don't know what I'm doing. And Daisy's like, she's like a laser. She's like, why do you have a ball or a stick? The ears go forward. She's like, oh, but what is it? You're being very, she's being very noises. And once you miss this, you want, you want the ball, do you? You want the ball, do you? There you go. Do you want me to take it? It's fine. Fine. Too slow. Too slow. Your stitches on it. Sorry, they're getting a bit restless. Sorry, but I don't really care. If it were doesn't already, she'd be thrilled. Yeah, I would imagine she'd really be that. She's a victim of society. Yeah, she is. Are you singing a song for the people? Are you singing a song for the people? Do you know that? There's lots of people watching you right now. Little tripod. Hey, tripod. Can you ask Violet about her experiences as a community science? I will check with her. Dr. Now would say her sisters are enabling her. They probably are. Oh my god, you get suppressed. I think the word's oppressed. I think you're looking for the word oppressed. With my first one, I threw it all the way, and I'm fine. That was 14 years ago. With the other one, I didn't tear at all. They were both bigger than my last one. Ah, see, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. It's like tearing, but it's not. It's not something I'm too worried about. It's the only thing that like scares me a little bit, but I'll worry about it. I'll worry about it like as and when the time comes. Yes, Margaret, I'm pregnant. That's it. That's right. Yes, stress weight. Fighting for her life. Take the ball. You're gonna take the ball? Look, Rosie, it's there. Take the ball. Take the ball. You're not very clever like that, are you? Your sister reacts to taking the ball, but you don't. Here. You want it? Come here. Do you want the ball? Look. Go get it. Good girl. There you go. You're supposed to keep it in your mouth, silly. No? Don't eat. Don't eat. We're not all meant to be hunters. Maybe she's secret food hole. Yes. But you're being a little bit annoying now. Really? You gonna go to your bed? Or you gonna be quiet? That's it. Good girl. I mean, they are little shitheads. Don't deny that. They are little shitheads, and they're not perfectly trained, but they're not completely feral either. I think they're better trained than many dogs. They could be better, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I kind of like that they have personalities. I'm gonna training. How much has the training changed? So a lot, to be honest. I'm training like around 4 times a week. I don't. I still do my compound lifts. So I still do deadlifts and benches and squats, stuff like that. I just go higher repetitions. So I make sure everything's like at least 10 repetitions. I don't gas myself out. I don't use a belt at all, so you can't brace. That kind of stuff is actually quite bad. It can trigger miscarriages to brace and to use belts. I don't do that. I don't do laying down exercises. I make sure I recover properly in between sets. So if I'm out of breath, I give myself a minute or two until I'm like back in breath. I try to avoid getting out of breath. I try to avoid myself to get out of breath. I'm just doing more high repetitions, controlled tempos. So this is why I've not been posting my training because it's not particularly exciting. But also, I have a lot of really bad headaches, and I have a lot of nausea. So for me to do it, to train hard, I just don't have the energy. First of all, and on top of that, I have really bad headaches. So it's like even if I wanted to train hard, I can't. But I don't on purpose because it's just like it is a risk factor, and I will be stupid if I'm potentially causing myself to have a miscarriage because I decide that I want to do like I don't know, like really heavy squats and deadlifts or like crazy jumping things. Not that I really do that, but yeah. So yeah, it's changed quite a bit. Radiant skin. That's that's just highlighted though. I would say that like that's me. Well, actually, to be fair, I did do a mask earlier today, and I did a peeling. I did an acid peel, so it could be that. uh, hoping it's possible. Safe. Wombo, I wish I send you not prayers because I'm not necessarily a religious person. I'll send you positive vibes. So hopefully you will get good news this month. I pray for. I don't pray for you. I'm putting it into the universe that you have that you will be successful this month. You might not shoot for a long time. Change have a strong core. I didn't show. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not sure. I guess it will depend. It's just one of those things. If I show, I show. If I don't show, I don't show. It's not really anything I'm too worried about. I think it also depends on like how far back your uterus is, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's not something I'm worried about. If I show, I show. Yeah, just discuss if you go past the due date. It might. Yeah. No. It's a form of like getting baby out, I suppose. Your body should let you know your energy is needed to go. Yeah, another thing is I'm sleeping amazing. I've gone from like being not the best sleeper from like I used to have like pretty much not insomnia as such because I would fall asleep easily, but staying asleep is harder for me historically. I would wake up at like 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock where I can't sleep anymore. But now I come 8 o'clock, I'm ready for bed, and usually speaking, I am in bed by 8 o'clock, and I sleep pretty much till 5:30. I do have to go for a pee and stuff, but otherwise I have really good sleep compared to you before. Like I'm sleeping a lot. I feel like I need to sleep. So yeah, my sister's 34 weeks pregnant, and she lifted into her second trimester, and I think into the third. She's only doing cardio. Yeah, I think this is the kind of stuff like obviously you have to be careful with and be mindful. When you have a big belly, I think you're kind of limited to what you can do anyway. Like there's probably not a lot of stuff you can do, and it's probably tiring and heavy. But I'm not gonna like not do any exercise because I've always worked out. When are you doing? First of all, thank you for the super chat. And technically, it'll be in like the middle of June. Should everything go well. So yeah, I think you can work out. I think you just have to be mindful and not go crazy. Don't do like what's it called, like CrossFit ones. That's like that, or go for sprints, or just do like I don't know, like a jumping trampoline class. You can be active. Like I would imagine that anything like enough. It's enough. I think if anything, staying active is probably a good thing to do when you're pregnant. But don't do anything that you're not used to. Get some cocoa butter for the boobies in the belly. It will help stretch marks. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take a look into it. Uh, could you tell me a good post-workout meal that's vegetarian? Love your content. A good post-workout meal. You probably want something that's like a fairly fast-acting carbohydrate and a source of protein. That's what I would say. So maybe like some fruits. Fruits are pretty good for post-workout. Um, and then like a source of protein, which as a vegetarian, you could have like, do you eat dairy? You could do, if you eat dairy, you could do that. You can have like some cottage cheese or some like whey protein. Vegetarian whey protein. Is whey protein vegetarian? I think it is. I'm not, yeah, it's a milk product, isn't it? So yeah. So yeah. I was 44.7 at 37 weeks, and I had the section scheduled for 38 weeks, but he didn't want to come out earlier. Oh, that's like about 4.7 kilos to me. Oh, or is that normal? It sounds big. It's like 3 kilos. 3 to 4 kilos is normal, right? So 4.7. But congratulations. No high stretching. I don't know what that is, high stretching. I get you mean like elevated. Did you tell the father? How did I tell the father? I just sent him a picture of like the positive test. And then I did another test the next morning because like maybe my urine was diluted. but it wasn't. Like all the signs were there, to be honest. I just didn't really think about it. I was like, oh, I'm just tired. Like, oh, I'm just feeling a bit under the weather. And then I was like, yeah, kind of a lot of signs are making sense. And then we got the blood test and like obviously everything's there. I've been dieting in a hot cocoa and non-dairy, made with a scoop of bone broth. Oh, that sounds pretty good actually. And I also like chocolate. I don't know, but hot chocolate is nice, especially in winter. Content how to take care of yourself when you're a bodybuilder and pregnant. Yeah, there'll be stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna vlog and talk about my experiences and the things I do and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing a video on like the supplements I've been taking and like why I take them and why they're beneficial. So yeah, unless you're high risk, do everything you want. Stay as normal as possible. People put way too many restrictions on their routine. When they become pregnant, it's unnecessary. Yeah, the only thing I find is I just get really tired. I just have really my headaches are tremendous at times. They're pretty much crippling sometimes, and I just have a lot less energy. But otherwise, I'm pretty much doing what I've been doing, just not at the same intensity, and just taking a bit more time to take care of myself and relax. Basically, if I need to lay down and rest, if I need to relax, yeah, I just do it. It's like, for example, now I feel like my headache is getting pretty bad, so I'll probably stop streaming soon. You're not tired. There's no time like pregnancy. That's I will say that like the fatigue it's getting a bit better. I'll be honest, the fatigue has been a little bit better. I would say like this last week or so, but there was a couple of weeks. I would say maybe 3 to 4 weeks, up to six with 7 weeks, something like that. So there's like a 3 week period where the fatigue was extreme. Like it wasn't even, yeah, it was around that time. It was around the time when I went out for my birthday dinner with Felika and Lucy. Around that time, I was so fucking tired, and it was worse than prep tired. Like I've been prep tired, like I've been tired. I know how to push my body and my mind, but this is worse. Like this was even worse. I was just exhausted. So it just makes it harder to do certain things. Like when you feel like that, you don't want to do things like train hard. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's the way like it helps in a sense. But yeah, for the most part, I just try to keep my normal routine, do the things I would do normally, etc. So yeah, having a baby this year, working out, definitely help with my labor. With labor, main things the main the main thing to think about is that your center of gravity is suddenly quickly, so you have to be careful to go clumsy. Oh my god, I'm so clumsy anyway, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm already like super clumsy as it is, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go just go into the food cravings. I'm I don't have food cravings really. I have very strong food aversions. Maybe I'll get the cravings later, but I haven't really had them. The only thing that I've craved a little bit is like sour candies, but that's because I have a lot of nausea. And I was reading up about it. When you want sour things, it's because of the digestive enzymes in the stomach. And when you salivate a lot, it helps with the digestive enzymes. So that's the only thing I've kind of had. And another thing I've kind of craved is like spicy food, but like East Asian spicy food. Like, but not super spicy ridiculously, but that's something that I've kind of had like cravings for. But otherwise, it's not been anything weird. It's just been like just trying to find things I can stomach, and like I can stomach for more than a couple of days because I'll eat something one day and the next day I can't even like put it in my mouth. So yeah. My tip tops. Ah, I see. Ginger. I do take ginger. I have ginger tea. I have ginger tablets. My collagen has ginger in it, so I take it, but it doesn't help an awful lot for me, unfortunately. Some people don't get cravings. So far, I don't really have them. Ah, thank you, Mama. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you, Madras Lantas. So yeah, no, I haven't really had lemons for good. I have every morning. I have a mixture of apple cider vinegar, half a lemon, and my collagen. My collagen it comes with turmeric and ginger, and I mix that with hot water, and I drink that every morning when I take my morning supplements. So I take all of those things. I know that ginger is good for nausea, but it doesn't help so much. What are the channel changes? So I was gonna do for Vlogmas, I was gonna do my recipe book that I want to make, but I really can't cook a lot of things. I'm very limited because I have such severe aversions, and I don't want to stress myself out with doing a cookbook. So that's not what I'm gonna do. I will definitely keep in doing the reactions, and obviously I'm gonna do some pregnancy vlogging content that I've been pre-filming. So that's something that's gonna come up. And for the Vlogmas, I will probably just upload every day. So not necessarily do a vlogmas as such, but I'll probably do every day an upload. Some are maybe twice a day uploads, but for the whole of December, I'll make sure to do like everyday uploads basically. And there's pregnancy content coming, obviously, because I'm pregnant. So I want to share that kind of stuff. Diaper phone. Thank you so much, Ellie. I appreciate it. That's really kind of you. Thank you. I craved fish with hot sauce or lemon. I haven't been super on the fish, thankfully. I know obviously I can't. The only thing I was having a little bit the other day was sushi, but I have to be careful with sushi. I had like chicken sushi, chicken and prawn sushi, because obviously you can't have raw fish. So yeah, but I'm gonna go, guys, because I'm getting kind of yeah. I'm gonna Valkyrie will be here over Christmas, and hopefully we'll go and see my dad. We'll go see my dad for New Year's. But I'm gonna go, guys. Sorry, because my dogs are being restless. Even though it's not time for them to eat, it's another 45 minutes. But my headache is getting kind of bad again. But thank you all so much. Thank you all for the well wishes. I hope I not clarify some things, but I know people have questions and things to say, so I figured I just address the things because I know how the internet works. I've been doing this for a long enough time. So yeah, if anybody has any other questions, then I guess it's like hit me up somewhere one way or another. I'm really shit with my Instagram DMs at the moment, so I apologize for that. But yeah, thank you all. Hey, wait. It's okay. Good girls. Good girls. Sorry, there was somebody in my hallway, and they get protective. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll say something else. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. Sorry if I'm being flaky with things, or like I'm not very good with my comment section stuff. It's just I'm just tired and old, and I have headaches, and I just don't want to do too much social media stuff. But yeah, anyway, thank you. I will definitely have some pre-recorded. I'm actually vlogging today. I'll have some pre-recorded vlog content going up about doctor's visits and the things we're doing, how I'm eating, the supplements, my experiences. All of that stuff is coming. It's just for now. I just wanted to take. I genuinely did needed to take some time off from vlogging throughout November because I was doing a lot of it, and then come December we'll do some more of it. So yeah, thank you guys. Hey, bummies, come here. Come here. Look. Girls, come here. Look. What's this? Come here. Do you want to say bye or not? No? You just want to see some ears? There's some big ears up there. You can see the big ears? Yeah, behind the sofa. Hey, bummies. I there we have one of them. Hey, little tripod. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna spend some time with the girls, watch some movies, chill out a little bit, and oh, I don't think that's enough. Yeah, chill out a little bit, and that's it. So I'll do a members live stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. I might do it in the morning because I think I'll probably wake up early, and I can't go train until 9 o'clock, or we can't go train until 9 o'clock. So I'll probably maybe do a live stream depending on what time I wake up, but maybe like 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock my time, which is hold on, let me see. That's not a guarantee yet, but usually I'm back from my dog walk. I usually start at 6 and then I'm back at 7 for my dog walk because I walk Daisy for around an hour. Um, so New York. So they give me the times here. Uh, so 7 o'clock in the morning is midnight for the US. I'll see. I'll see. Maybe I'll do it a little bit later. I love cute baby things. I'll do that, all of that kind of stuff. Bit close to the time though. Put a baby emoji. Yes, please. That's a good reminder for the emojis. If you've made it far on the replay, please do a baby emoji. I appreciate it. But yeah, hold on, is there some people? Have a good day, thank you. It's Mr. Snowflake, I can't see him. Ah, here we go. Thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, anyway, guys, sorry, I'm gonna go now. I keep saying that and then like 10 minutes later, I'm still here. But thanks, guys. I'm gonna go. Enjoy your weekend, and yeah, I'll probably be back with the video tomorrow, and I'll go live for the members. I'm just not sure when yet. I'll have to think about it. It'll be in the morning or in the afternoon. I'm not sure. But have a good day regardless, and I'll see you in the next video. Baby emoji, if you've made it this far, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the like on the way out. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Bye.